Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a almost full face of first impression drugstore products. I think I have everything for a full face of drugstore products. So that's what we are going to be doing today. There's a lot of products in here, and there are also some brushes and sponges we will be using that I've never tried before. So I'm very excited. Yeah, this is just stuff that I've maybe recently hauled. I've had 2 hauls up now over both of these products, and then just some stuff that I've had that I really want to try out on camera. So if you want to see the goodies and see my first impressions on them, then please keep on watching. So like I did say, we do have a couple brushes. This came from my Shop Miss A haul. This is the AOA Wonder Blender sponge. We'll be trying this out today. I do have a BH Cosmetics brush I will be trying out. It's one of their blending brushes. And I also have a stippling brush from the Shop Miss A line also. It's the F6, so we'll be using that for our bronzer. As well as other products, we have a BB cream, a primer, eyebrow, lips, mascaras that we're going to try out, 2 mascaras, a powder, bronzer, concealer, blush, highlight, and a bunch of single shadows from Coastal Scents. So if you saw my Coastal Scents video, you know it's been a lot of trouble with that company getting my order right and fixing just the errors that they had, and everything is finally fixed now, like I said in the video, so I'm happy for that. They're great shadows from what I swatched, but it's almost such a hassle because they're so backed up. They're like, I think in the email the lady said they're like a month and a half behind on email responses and orders in general. So I mean, as much as I love Coastal Scents and I think their shadows are good, and I am going to use them in this video because I do like them, it's almost not worth the hassle because you can get ColourPop shadows just like this just as good. The only reason I purchased these is because they were on sale for like 90 cents, I think. But we are going to start off with the eye, so I am going to apply just a little tape onto the outside of my eye. That way I have a nice clean edge. So before we move on to like the actual eyeshadow, I'm going to do my brows first. This is new and I've never used this. Everybody says it's a dupe for the ABH brow pencil, so I was like, okay, I need to try this because apparently it sounds great. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I have it in the shade Blonde. Like I said, I mean, it's supposed to be good. I'm not really a huge fan of pencils, if I'm being completely honest. I'm definitely more of a pomade person. I think it's a lot easier for me to get the job done. And I just really enjoy using pomades. But this has a extremely fine tip. Very small. It's a little dry when you kind of swatch it on your hand. I almost said swipe. It's a little dry, but it does seem a little creamy. So it's going on fine. I'm able to get that line that I like. I feel like it's not the creamiest thing in the world, but the product is going on my brow. So that brow is filled in. You can definitely tell it did the job, but I feel like this is the exact reason why I like pomades. I feel like I'm just able to fill my eyebrows a lot quicker with a pomade versus a pencil. A pencil's good, like, you know, if on school days, if I just put in like a brow mascara and a little bit of a pencil to fill in maybe like the beginning part of my eyebrow. It almost looks like whenever I use a pomade, I'm able to get also a really nice full brow. This is definitely more of a natural brow in my opinion, which I am perfectly fine with. We're not going to be doing because I've done a lot of dramatic looks recently on my channel, so I figured this one could be a little smoky, but not so dramatic. So as you did see in the Coastal Scents video, I did get their magnetic palette. It was on sale, I think, for like $3, so I go ahead and picked it up. That way I could just keep all of my Coastal Scents shadows in here. So I'm going to just mix around with basically all these shadows. I am going to take a little bit of my Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. That way I can just go ahead and prime my eyelids because we do look a little bit oily today on the eyelids. This is the shade we're going to be taking first. This is in the shade Pumpkin Pie. And I'm going to take this on this BH Cosmetics brush. I've never used this brush before. It has the number 5 on it, so I'm going to assume that would be the number of the brush. But I'm going to dip it in here. Very much pigmentation on this brush, but very little kick up on the pan, so that's nice. And good pigmentation on the eyes. This brush doesn't feel rough. It actually feels very smooth, and I like these handles. These handles aren't they're not like the Morphe ones. They almost feel a little like cushiony. They have a little bit of grip to them, so they feel nice. But good pigmentation on the eyes. This seems to be blending out nicely, and I do like the color that it is giving off. I think it's going to be a good transition shade. So I kind of want to play with the purples in this palette just because they're honestly gorgeous in my opinion. So I think that's what I want to play with. So the next shade I'm going to take is called Burnt Umber, and I'm going to start focusing this part onto the outer V and just a smudge into the crease. This one doesn't seem too pigmented. It also could be the brush I'm using because this brush is fluffier. So the shade is blending out nicely. It does look a little choppy towards the inner corner. But now I'm going to go in with a more detailed brush. The next shade I'm going to take is called Wild Raisin. And I think I'm going to do a halo eye today. Probably. I'm going to focus this part. This one doesn't seem that pigmented. I'm going to focus this on the outer and inner corner. So we can build it up, but I'm going to go back in with the shade Burnt Umber, and I'm going to blend out the crease. So I think for our lid shade, I actually want to take this shade called Amaretto. It looks so pretty on camera. I'm staring at the viewfinder right now, but it honestly looks so pretty. I think it looks a little bit purpley, but it's not as purple. So I think I want to put this right here on our inner corner, or not inner corner, inner part of our eye. This is no Fix Plus and no shadow glue or anything. I'm going to take a little bit of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So I'm going to take that and put it right there on the center of my eye. And then I'm going to grab that shade again and pack it on. That makes it look a little bit better, but not too much. I don't know, it looked more reflective in the pan. I'm going to take a really small detail brush now, and I'm actually going to go in with this reddish purple shade. It's called Scorched Red. And since I am taking a more detailed brush, I'm really going to focus this on the outer part of our eye, and also this inner corner right here to bring in a little more of a red, and then we'll blend it out with the purple. Then I'm going to go back in to the shade Burnt Umber, and I'm going to mix it with just a little bit of the pumpkin pie and blend that out. So as you can see, we have some fallout going right here from that shade, so I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and wipe that away. So I think I'm going to be done with the eyes for now. If I want to add anything after like my face makeup, everything's done, I will. But we are going to be using the AOA Wonder Blender now, so I'm going to go wet this. When I did the haul, it definitely felt soft, like right off the bat. It's very squishy, so I'm very curious how it's going to be when it is wet. Okay, so this got really big, and it is so soft. This is probably very comparable to the L'Oreal sponge in my opinion, because it's the same shape, and it's very soft. Doesn't smell like anything, didn't have like any weird coloring coming out. It just got really big and extremely soft. So I'm excited for that. But for primer, we have the AOA Studio Wonder Skin Mattifying Primer. I'm very excited about this because I have been more oily recently in my T-zone, and it's just gotten to be a problem because everything I have is towards hydrating, because that's what I normally am in this like general area, but seems to be in this area that I've just gotten more oily. So I'm excited about this. This is literally $1, so I really hope it's nice. It does seem a little watery, and it has this smell to it. I can't really think of the smell. It has a very kind of creamy, like thin consistency. Almost, it smells like very slight smell of like flowers, but not anything strong and overpowering. It almost smells good. Like maybe like a clean like floral scent. But it's blended in nicely. So it basically just says the Wonder Skin Mattifying Primer minimizes shine and creates a smooth and matte canvas for flawless, long-lasting makeup application. It's definitely smoothing. My face does feel really nice. It hasn't really sunk in. It's a tad bit tacky. I definitely don't think it's a pore filler, so I'll be curious if it actually does keep me matte. But it feels nice on my skin. Almost feels like a little hydrating because of that lotiony feel, but I do like the way it feels. I just hope it actually keeps me matte. But the next thing we will be trying is also from AOA Studio. It's the Perfect BB Cream Skin Perfecting, and I have it in the shade Fair. I wasn't too sure what color to get because getting it online, it was just already really hard to pick out. You get 0.30 milliliters. It is in like a little squeezy tube bottle. To be honest, I'm not expecting much because I think this was $1, and sometimes stuff isn't that great. I think this is like $1.50, and this is really good, so we'll just kind of have to see. But that is the consistency right there. It's definitely thick. Like, it's a thick BB cream. Maybe it'll be like the flower one. Doesn't really have a smell to it at all. So it is blending out pretty easily. I definitely don't think it is the Flower Beauty BB cream coverage. It's definitely a lot lighter coverage than that. I was kind of hoping it would have coverage like the Flower BB cream, but it does not. So it definitely has coverage like a normal BB cream. So this is my face basically with that one little squeeze that I did apply. It's definitely light coverage. It didn't cover everything on my face. I will probably apply just a tad bit more. So it kind of sucks it's not as full coverage as I was hoping. I feel like it looks a little weird on my nose. I don't know. I feel like it just looks a little strange. It definitely is extremely sticky, almost kind of greasy feeling. I don't know how this is gonna be on my skin. I don't know. I don't really like the whole greasy feeling. I think I'm gonna stop there with that. So far, I'm not really a huge fan of this. It's really light coverage. You can still see all my freckles and everything. I do like this guy. It blended out everything nicely. So the concealer that I'm going to be using is the Wet n Wild Illuminati Highlighting and Concealing Pen. I have it in the shade Ivory Into You. I think this is so cute because it's like this little twisty pen. I believe I found this at like Walgreens or CVS. Ooh, that's little, I think it's like a little orangey. I don't know, we'll see. But I've never seen this at like my local like H-E-B or anything, or like Walmart. I think you have to go to like CVS to find this. I don't expect too much coverage from this because this is like a highlighting and concealing pen. Although it did cover up that acne spot very well right there. So I have to say I'm definitely a fan of the Wet n Wild concealer. It made that BB cream look a whole lot better in my opinion. Added a little bit more coverage where I needed it. I feel like overall this kind of pulled it together. So this gets 2 thumbs up for me. I like it and I like the shade. It actually gave me really nice coverage. I'm not, like, I like the Tarte Shape Tape. I compare it to the Tarte Shape Tape because that's a lot of coverage. I like the Tarte Shape Tape on some days, but I'm just not that like in love with it because I don't really need that extreme coverage every day. But for powder, we're going to use the AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder. I have this in Soft Light. I'm really hoping this doesn't have any type of glitter in it. So I'm not going to bake anything. I'm simply going to dust this over my face. But it's lighter kind of color than my skin. It definitely has coverage. I don't see any shimmer in it. So that is good. So we shall see. But I'm going to set my whole face because that BB cream is so sticky. I'm definitely getting powder everywhere. Blurred out my skin. Oh my gosh. Compared to this side, you can definitely see it's still shiny. This side is completely like blurred and mattified. That is crazy. Okay, well, the setting powder was only $1 also from that site. Okay, so I'm kind of like dumbfounded right now because my skin is so soft. It looks flawless. It like blurred it. I can't get over how that powder just did that. It like blurred out my skin. It's so soft. It sets so nicely. Wow. Okay, I think I may have found just my new favorite powder, and it's a freaking $1 off that website. That is insane. Okay, so with that concealer and that powder combo, it made that BB cream look a whole lot better, less greasy. My face feels nice now. The coverage has kind of upped its way up to medium with the powder and the concealer. So the BB cream looks good with other products. By itself, it looks horrible, but this powder gets 2 thumbs up. That is insane. I just can't get over how it just blurred my skin like that. I mean, I've heard of powders blurring your skin, but it's more expensive, like the Laura Mercier and, you know, Kat Von D and all that. But so I'm going to go ahead and quickly finish my lower lash line before we move on to the rest of my face. I'm going to take the shade Burnt Umber and Wild Raisin and mix them together on a little fluffy brush and fluff this under my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Scorched Red on a little flat definer brush, if I can find it, and press this up against my lower lash line. Okay, and then we will probably highlight our inner corner and brow bone with our face highlight because I'm really excited for the face highlight. But for the rest of the eyes, I have 2 mascaras I want to try out. These have been long released a very long time ago, but we all know I'm late to the bandwagon. These are the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Curl and Hold Mascara and the Lash Extension Mascara. We will be putting these probably, I don't know, maybe I want to try one and save the other. I've heard a lot of people talk good about the purple, so maybe we'll try the purple. Okay, so I think this is like around $3 on Ulta. I found both of them in stores. I'm very excited about this. Ooh, that's a weird wand. So the wand, it's a lot smaller than what I expected, honestly, but it smells good. So we're just going to see. It's kind of a, I honestly expected a wetter formula. Okay, so this is one coat right here. I don't know, what do y'all think? I mean, I feel like these kind of fell off the face of the earth when Lash Paradise came out. It's definitely a nice mascara, but I feel like I have other mascaras that do a tad bit more than this. So I feel like adding the second coat definitely helped. Let me get the nice mascara marks off my face and then I can show y'all. So the forehead lines with this BB cream are real. They definitely settle into those. But let me zoom y'all in a little bit more. I feel like adding 2 coats of that mascara really amped up the volume. I definitely like it more than 1 coat. So I kind of like it. Maybe I'll just play around with it a little bit more, but I am going to apply it onto my lower lash line also. So moving on to face makeup, we're going to try this bronzer. This is also from the Shop Miss A website. This is the Amuse Cosmetics Matte Bronzer. Kind of scared about this because it looks a little orange, so I don't really know how this is going to work out. We are going to use this new Duo Fiber brush, so ooh, that's very powdery. Okay. Oh, I like the brush because I love these AOA brushes, but it's very powdery in the pan and I feel like not a lot of product is coming off. Very orange also. It was literally a $1 bronzer, so I was like, hey, I guess we could just give it a try and see, but not really sure if I'm digging this like orange color that's coming off. But I do like this brush. I'm a huge fan of duo fiber, so any type of duo fiber I'm just all about. And I do have this brush also from Shop AOA. This is the A2O Lab Knockin' Mascara over. So we are going to try this blush. I've swatched it. I don't know how I feel about it. It's very powdery. I really hope it's not ugly. It's like a little wash of color on your cheeks, but it's not like overpowering to the point to where it's like just bam blush. So I actually kind of like it. That wasn't too bad because I have a highlighter from them that I tried and I was not impressed at all. So the highlight we'll be using today is the e.l.f. highlighting powder, and this is in Starlight Glow. Very excited about this. I believe they have 4 different shades in stores. This is the one that intrigued me the most, so this is the one I got. e.l.f. has definitely stepped up their packaging. Nice, sleek, matte black packaging, and when you open it up, you get a pretty thick compact because they do provide a mirror and then this really pretty looking highlight. So I'm pretty excited about this. I will be highlighting brow bone and inner corner and my face with this. So let's see what this looks like. This highlight is definitely more on the subtle side, but when I look in the viewfinder, you can definitely still see the glow. But when you're just looking at your skin like dead on, you can't really see the glow. I don't know, I think I like it. It's definitely more glowy on camera than it is in person, but it's really nice subtle highlight. This is going to be nice for school. Like I did say, this is in the shade Starlight Glow, but I think this is going to be really nice for school because it's subtle, but it still kind of has a punch to it. And then lastly, the lip color we'll be trying out is from LA Girl. So everything in this video was literally under like $5, I think. Yeah, under $5. I don't think I paid over $5 for any of this. I think that e.l.f. highlight was right at $5. So this LA Girl lipstick, I paid $3.99 for. This is the LA Girl Matte Flat Velvet Lipstick. I don't know what shade this is in. What shade this is in? Oh, it's in the shade Snuggle. It's like the perfect pinky nude that everybody loves. It's in just normal lipstick packaging. I'm really excited about this. Who doesn't love affordable lipsticks? Okay, so this is probably the creamiest matte thing I've ever applied to my lips. I'm not too crazy on the shape of it because it's not a normal shape of like a normal lipstick, but it's really creamy once it's on. I think I'm enjoying it. I'm liking the colors, how it kind of pulls into the darker eye, but very creamy. I'm pretty sure it's going to be transfer proof. Oh, not transfer proof, but it definitely transfers. That's okay. It's very creamy. You would think it's going to be dry and matte, but it does say velvet matte, so it still has a little bit of a moisture to it. But that is my full face of makeup under $5. That's probably what I will call this video. But I do like it. I think the BB cream definitely looks better now with other products on top of it. So starting with the eyeshadows. The eyeshadows were nice. They are really pigmented. I think they're good for like the $1 or whatever it is that you pay for them. Primer looks nice so far. I'm not shiny, but it's kind of like a wear test when it comes to matte primers. The BB cream, concealer, and powder together are really nice. I like the powder and the concealer on their own, but I definitely think the BB cream needs a little bit of like help when it comes to it. The brush I like, the sponge I like, the bronzer I do not like, the blush I like, highlighter I like, mascara I like. So, and the brow pencils, like, it's good. I'm just not a pencil person, but yeah, I'm like really liking this look. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. It's always great finding hidden, cheap, affordable makeup. So if you want any more of these videos using really cheap, affordable makeup from different websites, let me know and I can definitely get on the search and find some new things. Give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy, and comment down below if you've ever ordered from Shop Miss A, if you've ever had any great products that you found or any duds. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all.